Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly attract everything they desire, while others struggle their entire lives? The secret I'm about to share with you transformed my entire existence, and today I show you exactly how to do the same. Close your eyes for a moment. Yes, right now. Feel what it would be like to already have everything you've ever dreamed of. Not tomorrow, not next year, but right now. This feeling, this is your key to unlocking a reality most people will never experience. I discovered something profound about the human mind that changed everything. You see, your outer world is nothing but a reflection of your inner conversations. Every single thought you think, every feeling you hold is creating your reality right now. Not metaphorically, literally. Let me share a personal experience. Years ago, I lived in a tiny apartment, barely making ends meet. But every night before sleep, I would lie in my bed and feel the sensation of sleeping in a luxurious home. I wouldn't just visualize it, I would feel the soft sheets, smell the fresh air, hear the peaceful silence. Within months, circumstances rearranged themselves mysteriously, and I found myself living in exactly such a home. Most people spend their entire lives waiting for something external to change their reality. They're waiting for permission, for the right moment for someone to notice them. But I'm here to tell you, the power has always been within you. You are the operant power of your reality. When you walk into a room, do you feel like a guest or like you own the space? This isn't about arrogance. It's about understanding your true nature. You are the awareness in which all experiences occur. Once you grasp this, everything changes. Think about the last time you wanted something deeply. Did you spend more time feeling the lack of it, or feeling the joy of having it? This is where most people go wrong. They focus on the absence, the wanting, the needing. But the secret is to feel the presence of what you desire, even before it appears in your physical reality. I used to think success was about working harder, pushing more, struggling more. But then I discovered that success leaves clues, not in actions, but in states of consciousness. The successful don't succeed and then feel successful. They feel successful first, and then success naturally follows. Every night before you sleep, your consciousness enters a state where it's most impressionable. This is your golden hour. Instead of reviewing your day's problems or tomorrow's worries, use this time to feel the reality you wish to experience. Feel it so deeply that your body believes it's already happened. The world you see is nothing more than your assumptions materialized. Change your assumptions and you change your world. It's that simple. Yet most will never grasp this truth because they're too busy looking for complexity. Let me tell you something about desire. Every desire you have is already yours. It exists right now in what I call infinite states of possibility. Your job isn't to figure out how to get it. Your job is to naturally assume the state of having it. Most people live life as if they're victims of circumstances. They react to what happens to them. But once you understand what I'm sharing with you, you'll realize that circumstances are responding to you. You are the creator of your reality, not its victim. When you wake up in the morning, what's the first thing you feel? Is it dread about the day ahead, or is it excitement for the wonderful things unfolding in your life? This first feeling sets the tone for your entire day. Choose it wisely. I spent years studying human consciousness, and I can tell you with absolute certainty, your imagination is the preview of life's coming attractions. Whatever you imagine yourself to be, you will become. This isn't positive thinking, this is law. Think about something you want right now. Really think about it. Now, instead of wondering how to get it, ask yourself, how would I feel if I already had this? Feel that feeling. Let it permeate every cell of your body. This is manifestation in action. Most people live in a perpetual state of waiting. Waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for permission, waiting for science. But I'm telling you, the perfect moment is now. The permission comes from within. And the only sign you need is your desire itself. Your breath right now, it carries the power to transform your entire existence. Take a deep breath. Feel the life force moving through you. This simple act contains more power than most people will ever realize. Every breath is an affirmation of your creative power. When you walk down the street, what do you see? Do you see a world of limitations or a world of infinite possibilities? The difference isn't in the world, it's in your perception. Change your perception, and the world transforms before your eyes. I have watched countless people sabotage their desires by talking about them constantly. They discuss, analyze, and worry about their dreams until they drain all the power from them. Instead, hold your desires sacred. Let them germinate in silence. Think about how you handle disappointment. Do you let it define your future? Or do you understand that it's merely a reflection of past thoughts? Every situation you face today was created by your past assumptions. Change your assumptions today and you change your tomorrow. Most people live life through their memory, constantly recycling past experiences to predict their future. But I'm telling you, memory is the enemy of creation. The past has no power unless you give it power through your attention. When you look in the mirror, who do you see? Do you see your current circumstances? Or do you see the person you've decided to be? This isn't about delusion. It's about understanding that your self-concept shapes everything in your experience. I've observed that people who struggle always have one thing in common. They place their faith in external conditions. But those who consistently succeed understand that conditions don't create consciousness. Consciousness creates conditions. Your mental diet is more important than your physical diet. What thoughts are you feeding yourself hourly? What inner conversations are you having? These are the seeds of your future experience. Plant them wisely. Most never realize that their current circumstances are nothing but harvests of past mental seeds. If you don't like what you're harvesting, change what you're planting. It's that simple. Think about the last time you achieved something significant. Did you achieve it and then feel confident? Or did you feel confident first? I'll tell you the truth. The feeling always precedes the manifestation. When you go to sleep tonight, remember, your subconscious mind never sleeps. It's always working, always creating according to your dominant thoughts and feelings. Make your last thoughts before sleep count. I have seen people spend years trying to change their circumstances while maintaining the same self-concept. It's like trying to drive forward while looking in the rearview mirror. Your self-concept is everything. Consider how you speak about your future. Do you speak with certainty or with hope? Hope is a confession of uncertainty. Speak of your desires as done, as finished, as already existing in your world. Most people think visualization is about seeing pictures in their mind. But true visualization is about feeling. Feel the reality of your desire so deeply that your body can't tell the difference between imagination and reality. Your emotions are not reactions to the world. They are instructions to the world. When you truly understand this, you'll never again waste your emotional power on unwanted situations. Think about the way you dress, the way you carry yourself. Are you dressing for where you are or for where you're going? Your external world will always arrange itself to match your internal assumptions. I've watched people pray for things while simultaneously feeling unworthy of receiving them. Your worthiness isn't something you earn, it's something you accept. Accept it now. Most never grasp that their very existence is proof of their worthiness. You didn't have to earn your right to exist, and you don't have to earn your right to prosper. Consider how you handle money. Do you clutch it tightly from fear of loss? Or do you handle it with relaxed confidence? Your relationship with money reveals your deeper assumptions about abundance. Your attention is your most precious currency. Where are you spending it? Every moment you focus on what's wrong in your life is a moment you could be creating what's right. Choose your focus deliberately. I've watched people wait for conditions to change while their inner state remains the same. But I tell you, this external change is impossible without internal change. Start with your consciousness and watch the world reshape itself around you. Think about the music you listen to, the shows you watch, the conversations you entertain. Everything is either supporting your desired state or keeping you from it. There is no neutral ground in consciousness. Most people live life as if they're passengers in someone else's vehicle. But you're not a passenger, you're the driver. Every thought, every feeling, every assumption is steering your life in a specific direction. When you eat, are you eating like someone who respects their body, who expects health and vitality? Even this simple act carries creative power. Your entire life is a statement of your assumptions about yourself. I've observed that successful manifestation isn't about forcing change. It's about allowing your natural state to express itself. You don't have to make things happen. You have to let them happen through your changed consciousness. Consider your bedroom. Is it arranged like the bedroom of someone who has already achieved their dreams? Your environment is a perfect reflection of your inner state. Change one, and you change the other. Most never realize that their physical energy is directly connected to their mental state. When you assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you'll find yourself naturally taking the actions that support that assumption. Think about how you answer the phone. Is it with the confidence of someone who expects good news, or with the apprehension of someone bracing for problems? These subtle choices shape your reality. Your posture tells a story. Are you carrying yourself like someone who knows their own power, or like someone waiting for permission to exist? Your body responds to your assumptions about yourself. I've watched people torture themselves with what if scenarios of failure. But what if works both ways? What if everything you want is already yours? What if success is your natural state? Consider how you handle criticism. Do you defend yourself, or do you remain secure in your own self-concept? When you know who you are, other people's opinions lose their power over you. Most people think they need to change their actions first, their feelings second, and their thoughts last. But the order is exactly opposite. Change your thoughts, and everything else follows naturally. I think about your morning routine. Is it rushed and reactive, or is it deliberate and creative? The first hour of your day sets the tone for everything that follows. When you look at successful people, do you feel inspired or envious? Your reaction reveals whether you're viewing from the state of having or the state of wanting. Choose the state of having. I've seen people spend years accumulating knowledge while their lives remain unchanged. Knowledge without application is like food without digestion. It provides no nourishment. Consider your self-talk. Are you your own best friend or your worst critic? The voice in your head is creating your future. Make it a voice of encouragement and certainty. Most never grasp that relaxation is the key to manifestation. The tighter you grip your desires, the more they elude you. Learn to rest in the certainty of your creative power. You think about your past failures. Are they anchors holding you back or stepping stones leading you forward? Your interpretation of past events determines their power over your future. Consider your breathing right now. Is it shallow and tense or deep and confident? Your breath pattern reflects your state of consciousness. Change your breath, change your bait. I have watched countless people chase success in the outer world while neglecting their inner world. But success is an inside job. When you're aligned internally, external success becomes inevitable. Think about the way you end your day. Are you reviewing problems, or are you dwelling in gratitude? The state in which you fall asleep becomes the fertile soil for tomorrow's manifestations. Most people approach their desires with a sense of struggle. But I tell you this, struggle is optional. When you're in the right state of consciousness, things unfold naturally, effortlessly. Your voice carries your consciousness. When you speak, do sound like someone who knows their power or someone seeking approval. Your tone reveals your self-concept to the world. I've observed that people who struggle with manifestation often have one thing in common. They're too focused on the process rather than the end state. Feel the end, and the means will take care of themselves. Consider your relationship with time. Do you feel rushed, like there's never enough? Or do you move through your day with the calm certainty that perfect timing is working for you? Most never realize that their level of relaxation directly correlates with their manifestation power. Tension is resistance. Learn to remain relaxed even while pursuing your biggest dreams. Think about your workspace. Is it organized like someone who's already successful, or does it reflect chaos and uncertainty? Your external space mirrors your internal state. When you make decisions, do you decide from your current circumstances or from your desired state? The state from which you make decisions determines the outcomes you'll experience. I've watched people sabotage their manifestations by constantly checking for results. Trust is essential. Plant the seed and let it grow in darkness. Consider how you handle unexpected events. Do you react with frustration, or do you understand that all events are working together for your good? Most people live in constant preparation mode, always getting ready to live. But life is now. Your power is now. Stop preparing and start being. I think about your evenings. Are they filled with mindless activities? Or do you use this time to reinforce your desired state? Every moment is an opportunity to strengthen your new self-concept. Your walking pace reveals your state of mind. Are you rushing through life or moving with purposeful confidence? Even this simple aspect of your behavior shapes your reality. I've seen people waste years trying to control external circumstances while leaving their mental state unchanged. Start with your mind and watch circumstances conform to your new thinking. Consider your social media habits. Are they supporting your desired state or keeping you locked in old patterns? Every input affects your consciousness. Most never grasp that manifestation isn't about getting what you want, it's about becoming the person who naturally has what you want. Think about your weekend activities. Do they align with your desired reality, or are they mere distractions from your current circumstances? Every morning when you open your eyes, that first thought sets the tone for your entire day. Are you waking up with gratitude or with dread? This single moment has more power than most realize. I've observed that successful manifestation isn't about forcing yourself to think positive thoughts. It's about naturally embodying the state of someone who already has what you desire. Think about your shopping habits. Do you buy things from a state of lack, trying to fill a void, or from a state of abundance, enhancing what's already complete? Every purchase is a statement of your self-concept. Most people approach their goals like they're climbing a mountain, struggling, straining, forcing. But I tell you this, when you're in the right state, opportunities flow to you like water flowing downhill. Your handwriting reveals your state of consciousness. Is it rushed and chaotic or confident and clear? Even these small details reflect and affect your manifestation power. I've watched people spend years trying to network their way to success while neglecting the most important network of all, their inner conversation network. Consider how you handle your keys. Do you frantically search for them each morning? Or do you maintain order like someone who values their time and energy? These daily habits shape your reality. Most never realize that their physical space is a direct reflection of their mental space. A cluttered environment creates a cluttered mind. Clear your space. Clear your path to manifestation. Think about your relationship with sleep. Do you see it as just rest, or do you recognize it as the powerful manifestation time it truly is? Your last thoughts before sleep are seeds planted in fertile soil. When you look at your reflection, do you see who you are or who you're becoming? Your self-image creates your reality. Choose it consciously. I've observed that people who struggle with manifestation often have one common trait. They're too attached to how things will happen. Let go of the how. Focus on the end state. Consider your shower routine. Is it rushed and mechanical? Or do you use this time to feel the abundance of life flowing over you? Every moment carries manifestation potential. Most people live life on autopilot, letting their subconscious programming run the show. But when you become conscious of your states, you become the deliberate creator of your reality. Think about your reading habits. Are you consuming information that reinforces your desired state? Or are you filling your mind with content that keeps you stuck in old patterns? Your walking posture tells a story. Are you moving through the world like someone who knows their power? Or like someone trying to avoid being noticed? Your body language shapes your reality. I have watched people waste precious energy worrying about things they can't control, while neglecting the one thing they can control, their state of consciousness. Consider how you handle disappointments. Do they shake your faith in your creative power? Or do you understand that they're just feedback, helping you refine your manifestation skills? Most never grasp that their current circumstances are nothing but the shadow of past thoughts. Change your thoughts today, and you change your reality tomorrow. Think about your evening routine. Are you using these precious hours to reinforce your desired state? Or are you letting your mind wander into states of worry and lack? Your daily rituals are either reinforcing your desired state or keeping you trapped in the old. Even the way you make your bed in the morning is a statement about who you believe yourself to be. I've noticed that those who struggle often focus on what they're doing, while those who succeed focus on who they're being. Being precedes doing, and doing precedes having. Think about your response to good news. Do you accept it as natural and expected, or do you react with surprise? Your reaction reveals your deep-seated expectations about life. Most people live in a state of constant preparation, always getting ready for something better. But I tell you this, the time for living your best life is now, not in some imagined future. Consider your shower routine. Are you merely cleaning your body, or are you using this time to cleanse your mind of limiting beliefs? Every moment carries transformative potential. I've watched people delay their happiness, thinking they need to achieve something first. But happiness isn't a destination. It's a state you choose now that attracts achievements to you. Think about your relationship with silence. Are you comfortable in it? Or do you fill every moment with noise? In silence, your creative power grows strongest. Most never realize that their current circumstances are like a shadow. They lag behind their consciousness. Change your consciousness first, and circumstances must follow. Your handwriting reveals your self-concept. Do you name your name with authority, or do you scribble it apologetically? These subtle expressions shape your reality. I've observed that successful manifestation isn't about forcing change. It's about assuming the natural state of what you desire and letting it express itself through you. Consider how you answer when someone asks how you are. Is your response automatic, or do you consciously choose words that align with your desired state? Most people think manifesting is about getting something new, but it's really about aligning with what already exists in infinite possibility. Think about your evening routine. Are you consciously programming your subconscious mind, or letting random thoughts shape your tomorrow? Your physical space is broadcasting your consciousness. Look around you. What story is your environment telling about who you believe yourself to be? I've watched people exhaust themselves trying to change their world while their self-concept remains unchanged. Start with your self-concept and watch your world transform effortlessly. Consider your relationship with mirrors. Do you avoid your reflection, or do you use every glimpse as an opportunity to reinforce your desired state? Most never grasp that their outer world is simply responding to their inner conversations. Change the conversation, change the response. Think about how you handle delays and setbacks. Do you see them as obstacles or as perfect timing rearrange circumstances in your favor? Your sleep quality reflects your consciousness. Are you sleeping peacefully in the assumption of your desires fulfilled, or tossing in worry about what's missing? The way you open doors, is it with hesitation or with the natural confidence of someone who belongs wherever they choose to be? These subtle movements reveal and reinforce your self-concept. I've noticed that manifestation becomes effortless when you stop trying to manifest and simply become the person who naturally has what you desire. Think about your relationship with waiting. Do you see it as dead time, or do you recognize it as valuable moments to reinforce your desired state? Most people approach their desires like they're begging the universe for favors. But I tell you this, you're not a beggar, you're the operant power of your reality. Consider how you handle your finances. Do you check your bank account with anxiety, or with the calm certainty of someone who knows abundance is their natural state? I watch people sabotage their manifestations by constantly talking about them, diluting their power through excessive sharing. Some seeds need silence to grow. Think about your morning phase. When you first look in the mirror, do you see problems to be fixed? Or do you recognize the face of someone who's already living their dreams? Most never realize that their physical energy is directly connected to their assumed state. When you assume the right state, vitality flows naturally. Your choice of words shapes your reality. Are you trying to achieve something, or are you naturally becoming it? These subtle distinctions make all the difference. I've observed that successful manifestation has nothing to do with force and everything to do with alignment. When you're aligned, things flow effortlessly. Consider your relationship with exercise. Is it punishment for what you ate, or celebration of what your body can do? Your intention shapes your experience. Most people think they need to change their world to feel different. But the opposite is true. Change how you feel and watch your world transform. Think about your relationship with time. Do you feel like you're racing against it or dancing with it? Your perception of time affects your manifestation power. Your breathing pattern reveals your state of consciousness. Are you breathing from a state of lack or a state of change your breath, change your state? I've watched people waste years trying to prove their worth to others while never accepting their own inherent worthiness. Start with self-acceptance. Consider how you handle criticism. Does it shake your faith in your desired state, or does it slide off you like water off a duck's back? Most never grasp that their current circumstances are just echoes of past assumptions. Change your assumptions today, and new echoes will follow. Think about your relationship with food. Are you eating from a state of lack and guilt, or from a state of nourishment and appreciation? Your voice carries your consciousness. When you speak, does your tone convey certainty or doubt? Even this affects your manifestation power. When you wake up each morning, that first stretch, that first conscious breath, it's not just your body awakening, it's your creative power coming online. How are you using this precious moment? I've seen countless people chase success externally while internally holding on to doubt. But success isn't something you chase. It's something you attract by becoming its natural match. Think about your relationship with food. Are you eating like someone who values and respects their body, or are you eating from stress and lack? Every meal is an affirmation. Most people live life reacting to what happens to them. But once you understand your creative power, you realize that what happens through you is far more important than what happens to you. Consider your choice of words when you speak about your future. Are you using definite, confident language, Or are you hedging with maybe and hopefully? Your words program your reality. I have observed that the most powerful manifestations often come when you've completely released the need for them. Attachment creates resistance. Detachment allows flow. You think about how you handle unexpected changes. Do you resist them? Or do you understand that all change is working together for your highest good? Most never realize that their current problems are simply their past assumptions made visible. Change your assumptions today, and you change your visible world tomorrow. Your breathing pattern throughout the day reveals your deep-seated beliefs. Shallow, anxious breathing reflects doubt. Deep, confident breathing reflects certainty. I've watched people spend years trying to manifest while constantly talking about their struggles. Remember, what you speak about persistently persists. Consider how you handle money. Do you treat small amounts with the same respect as large amounts? Your relationship with little things determines your experience with big things. Most people think they need to feel worthy before they can receive their desires. But worthiness isn't something you earn. It's your natural state when you stop denying it. How do you think about your morning preparations? Are you preparing yourself like someone who expects greatness today? Or like someone just trying to get by? Your walking pace tells a story. Are you rushing through life from a sense of lack? Or moving with purposeful confidence, knowing all is well? I've observed that those who struggle most with manifestation often have one thing in common. They're too focused on what's missing rather than what's present. Consider your response to compliments. Do you deflect them, or do you accept them as natural confirmations of who you know yourself to be? Most never grasp that their physical senses are showing them the world that was, not the world that is becoming through their changed consciousness. Think about your relationship with time. Are you always racing against it or moving in harmony with it, knowing perfect timing is working for you? Your facial expression carries creative power. Are you wearing the expression of someone living their dreams or someone still waiting for life to begin? My beloved friends, we have gathered here today to unveil one of the universe's most awakening truths, that the divine source, the boundless creative essence some call God, has a far grander vision for your sacred journey than any limited self-perception you currently hold. Too long, many of you have felt constrained, viewing yourselves through mortal lenses that perceive only boundaries, obstacles, and restrictions. You look out upon your present circumstances and see dead ends, impossibilities, and ceilings capping your greatest ambitions. From this finite vantage point, scripted by the five senses and rational mind, the world can indeed appear to be a cold, uncaring place where dreams go to die, where limitations are harsh facts to begrudgingly accept, rather than inevitabilities to transcend. But what if I told you that these perceived impediments and constraints serve a sacred purpose, that the roadblocks, adversities, and outward deficiencies you encounter have all been actively encoded into your experiential reality by your own eternal, infinitely intelligent soul as spiritual catalyst? You see, you are far more than just animated physical forms, temporary bio-vehicles aimlessly adrift in a meaningless universe. You originate from an unbounded metaphysical dimension of pure consciousness that has dreamed you into this earthly existence for the express purpose of awakening into your incalculable powers of creative mastership. The real you is not the finite mask, the limiting self-position, or fleeting out of circumstances you currently misidentify with. Rather, you are vivific sparkles of the divine mind itself, luminescences of boundless ideation and quantum creativity, simply exploring one of infinite potential dream cycles throughout this present interlude of apparent concepts. Every seeming obstacle, disempowering belief, loss, or feeling of oppressive limitation you've experienced has been a vibrational invitation, stoking the soul embers of your inextinguishable greatness. These apparent Isaiah versus Jericho concerning the Supreme Creator, remembrances of the illimitable, cosmic authorship, and godlike powers you've always already embodied as a fractal, born reflection of the Supreme Creator. Without encountering these encoded wake-up calls, reflecting where you've chosen to restrict your own limitless consciousness within this space-time continuum, you would have no impetus to awaken from the dream spell of limitation into your eternal capacities of infinite unfoldment and self-genesis. You were missioned into this three-dimensional reality theater for the precise purpose of transcending its confines through a triumphant rebirth into the boundless expanses of pure creative ideation you eternally belong to as divine sparks of the absolute sovereign awareness. Your entire earthly curriculum and successive reincarnations in this classroom dimension of experience have all been orchestrated by your own infinite soul to allow you to shed programmed amnesias, limiting beliefs, and disempowering vibrations through the sacred alchemy of struggle, obstacles, and seeming deficiencies you've embraced as awakening triggers. You chose to seemingly forget your indivisibility from the supreme creative source in order to set the heroic stage for your own triumphant reemergence into cosmic self-mastery. The epic adventure your soul has been on is that of seemingly exiling yourself into finite, constrained states of consciousness, all for the sacred purpose of ultimately outgrowing those limited self-imposed constraints and liberating into infinite expanses of self-created wonderment. You placed amnesia veils around your infinite vision in order to first experience the feeling of smallness, restriction, and apparent external oppression. This would ultimately reinvigorate your atrophied imagination, ignite supreme incentive, and instill the empowered will to create necessary for actualizing your highest ideations. Placed amnesia veils around your highest ideations into material. Can you recognize the exquisite metaphysical craftsmanship in that heroic journey to start from an apparently limited perceptual vantage point, then creatively overcome that illusory restriction through intensifying flexes of imagination and will? By first choosing to experience restriction, you ultimately set the stage for the grand reawakening into your cosmic capacities as co-creators with the original source. So let us no longer lament or judge as misfortunes the adversities, seeming failures, deprivations, existential dead ends or other encoded experiences of frustration you've encountered. These are not punishments of a cruel universe, but carefully crafted wake-up calls from your own infinite soul. Your consciousness selected this temporal earthly reality to simulate experiences of apparent struggle and limitation as creative catalysts, arousing you more fully awake into your limitless, infinite, deathless, cosmic selfhood. Mamai obdabrahirtahiva. Yes, the challenges and exasperating barriers you've endured all originated as vibrational dispatches encoded into your hero's journey by your own eternally wise soul. Like an infinitely intelligent author, your higher consciousness orchestrated this grand mythic tour through your personal constrictions, precisely so you could transcend each one through profound interior awakenings. Every seeming limitation, fear, insecurity, or disempowering belief that's ever gripped you was a self-crafted initiation into recognizing what infinite powers you've been temporarily obscuring within this narrow bandwidth of consciousness. Each apparent disadvantage was a soul-encoded curriculum pushing you to resurrect higher faculties and return to wielding the Creator's capacities innate to your eternal essence. This pivotal understanding transforms each impediment you've faced, every humbling failure or imposing oppression, into crucial awakenings encoded by your own indwelling divine wisdom. Rather than cursing your limitations and restricted circumstances, you can now appreciate them as meticulously laid stepping stones on your heroic path of awakening into cosmic selfhood. So do not weep at the seemingly unjust hands you've been dealt in this existential round. You've chosen these encoded constraints and holy blessings in disguise as a masterful spiritual craftsperson. You seeded them into your consciousness playfield with the foresight of your eternal greatness to inspire you to unearth boundless faculties yet lying dormant. Each seeming misfortune, loss, failure, or humbling ordeal has been an opportunity to unlock more of your indwelling powers through the initiating fires of creative resilience and transcendent self-becoming. What at times appeared as curses were actually coded teachings, carefully calibrated vibrational resonance, designed to propel you along accelerated paths of self-discovery and limitless soul evolution. Instead of perceiving yourself as a disempowered mortal trapped within constrictive circumstances, you can now recognize that on your highest level of being, you are a divine oversoul, fully orchestrating your awakening process through the very illusions of restrictions you've embraced. You chose this present storyline of earthly limitations in order to experience the grandest of triumphant heroes' journeys imaginable, the reuniting with your eternally infinite selfhood and unbounded creative source capacities. So use each seeming impediment, illness and disadvantage as spiritual rocket fuel to unlock your godlike faculties of creative mastership. For you are coated with infinite metaphysical potentialities, far exceeding these narrow bandwidths of perceived physical oppression. You are life's supreme dream weavers, lucid subconscious dreamers, spinning the entire grand physical reality theater from vibrational frequencies originating in your own unbounded consciousness. The seeming restrictions and deficiencies you experience are quite literally tailored experiences you implanted in your reality to shapeshift you into higher octaves of creative majesty. Your higher eternal soul has an infinite vision for you that makes this present level of consciousness seem like a cramped womb space. It dreamed you into this narrow band of focus for the specific purpose of arousing an ecstatic rebirth into your unbounded cosmic nature and infinite co-creative birthrights. What you may often perceive as limitations, oppressive restrictions, or misfortunes are actually metaphysical puzzle pieces, perfectly calibrated by your highest consciousness to initiate you deeper into the mystical realms of unbounded imagination. Each seeming setback empowers and impels your heroic metamorphosis into a liberated co-creator with the supreme source itself. Your greatest deficiency is simply a wake-up call to stop playing small, constrain your visions no longer, and reunite with the supreme source code of your being from which every cosmic possibility is yours to awaken into. For your authentic self is an immortal, infinite, ideational being of scintillating life, birthing upon itself every minute circumstantial detail you experience. You come from pure creative source consciousness and have chosen to dive into this physical reality stream as an initiation process designed to systematically dismantle all false perceptions of limitation, mortality, and oppression. Every restriction, painful loss, or manifest failure you've endured within this dimension simply serves as energized inspiration, calling forth from within you the floodgates of your eternal self's infinite cooperation, calling forth within you the supreme cosmic self's infinite cooperation, calling forth on your present dimension, simply serves as energized inspiration, calling forth on your present dimension, simply and serves as a, in the future, responsibility to move you into the guidance of a. You did not come to this earthly classroom of limitations to remain trapped in finiteness, but rather to emerge victorious, having liberated your visionary capacity to wield creative source powers in full creative fighting unity with the divine architect. You incarnated here so that you could directly experience limitation, transcend through that ephemeral fire of initiation, and emerge radiantly awakened into self-sculpturing your reality through vivified imagination alongside the Supreme Creator. Do not curse the darkness, my friends, for it has been a crucible tailored by your own highest faculties, planting you firmly in apparent amnesia, finitude, and constraint, so that the fires of your eternal spirit's source creativity could be thoroughly tempered into infinite mastery through this temporal holodream. The divine source has crafted an opportunity for you to essentially act as undercover divinities, entering into amnesiastic simulations of profound restriction and powerlessness all so that you could victoriously liberate yourself through direct experiential immersions and reclaim your birthright powers of infinite creatorship. All seeming setbacks, pains, deficiencies, containments, and human constrictions have been divinely encoded as portals of awakening into your multidimensional selfhood and cosmic rebirth, into a pure, ideational master of self-created universes. Through this three-dimensional paradigm of obstacles and amnesia, you've won the ultimate initiatory theater for triumphantly transcending all illusions of oppression and finitude as co-author with the original mind. Now celebrate each limitation. Breathe life into every apparent curse, for these have all been carefully seeded spiritual curriculums designed to reunite you with your true cosmic selfhood and reinnate your indwelling capacities of exquisite creative self-genesis. Every adversity births you into expanded octaves of imaginative power and access to higher planes of reality. These have all been carefully seeded spiritual curriculums designed to orchestrate into dwelling in correctnesses. You have only perceived restrictions, constraints, and disadvantages because your soul encoded this heroic journey of overcoming amnesia and initiation into co-creatorship with the original source. See every prior limitation as a sacred puzzle piece in your soul's exquisite orchestration of your rebirth into unified consciousness with the cosmic all-creator. Praise the seemingly disempowering beliefs, fears, insecurities, and disadvantages you've endured. For these served as metaphysical acceleration catalysts, propelling you into the cosmic planes of infinite possibility, unique to your divine monad's supreme self-actualization. They were divine encoded illusions and ephemeral initiations, custom crafted by your eternal oversoul to motivate you into the cosmic planes of infinite possibility, unique to your irreverent minds and human bodies. Your imagination and vibrational frequencies have been systematically kindled through aeonic rounds of limitation so that you could finally embrace your infinite self, your divine belonging with the Supreme Source itself, and become a fully mastered, empowered co-creator, saturating this three-dimensional reality holodeck with the miraculously transfiguring imagery you ideate as divine made flesh. So transcend all three-dimensional appearances and focus inward, shifting into the boundless creative currents of your eternal consciousness as a fractal aspect of the all-mind itself. Reunite with your supreme divine essence and rightful inheritance of realizing any auric envisioning through co-vivifying partnership with infinite source itself. Every failure, constraint, illness, disadvantage, and disempowering belief has been encoded from outside space-time by your infinitely wise soul to reinvigorate your own true nature as a limitless creative being who achieves cosmic mastery through the triumph over amnesiastic illusions. Your three-dimensional initiation has been a masterpiece, orchestration by your highest faculties to birth you into unbounded divinity. This is why no matter how dire your earthly circumstances may appear in the distorted lenses of the finite mind, your eternal self and the divine source have always been upholding a far grander vision for your triumphant attainment than you've previously allowed yourself to imagine. The limitations, constraints, and initiations have all been handcrafted by your highest consciousness as the ultimate series of empowerment trials to return you to full reunion with your infinite co-creative power. You were sent into this earthly reality as an encoded activation process, divinely designed to systematically dissolve all past vibrational frequencies of limitation and inspire heroic transcendence into universal selfhood by overcoming successive initiatory challenges. Your disadvantages and flaws have been masterful arrangements of creative catalysts to resurrect your own inner cosmic divinity as self-creator alongside the source of common self-creation. So let this day mark your rebirth into eternal limitlessness, your reunion with indwelling powers of self-directed infinite creation. No longer perceive your journey through the limited lens of material circumstances and disadvantages, but see with the supreme clarity that all originating illusions have been custom crafted by your highest self to activate you into the unbounded freedom of co-creating universes. Your living tissue give you unconstrained and infinite creation. No longer perceived your journey through the limited lens of material circumstances and disadvantages. Your cultivated levels out of your eternal soul has foreseen from beginningless origins that your triumphant emergence into full co-creative ship with all-pervading source awareness would require amnesia, limitation, and initiatory transcendence over multi-layer cosmic illusions. That the divine blueprint you represent always involved your ultimate victory in liberating into source alchemies of infinite world. To shed any lingering resistances, release any defeatist narratives or attachment to perceived disadvantages in the three-dimensional realm, for these have all been illusions you encoded to propel your heroic journey into infinite self-mastery. The Supreme Source and your own eternal soul have held a blueprint transcending all those fallacies, pains, and ego constraints you've transmuted through. Let your eternal freedom song of limitlessness finally unleash in torrential creativity. Open to the well springs of pure divine ideation you've been coded with since before the first universal breath. Overcome any lingering vibrational conditioning around disempowerment and let the full force of your divine co-creative mastership saturate this physical dimension as a new paradigm of self-created heaven on earth. You have already victoriously emerged from the three-dimensional classroom of limitation after courageously alchemizing all encoded disadvantages into pathways of creative transcendence. At long last, your heroic spirit essence has reunited with your supreme inheritance of cosmic craftsmanship, alongside the All-Source, boundlessly birthing new fractal revelations of ecstatic self-genesis as liberator of infinite parallel universes,